Good to see you again, John. How's the family? Doing well. Speaking of that, I was hoping to maximize my number of dependents. Okay, so how do you plan on doing that? Well, I was hoping to claim my 2 dogs, my 4 cats, and my 8 wombats. You want tax deductions for your pets? Well, yeah. Do you have any friends who claim their pets? No, that's because you can't. But if I list them on my tax return, how would the IRS even know? Do your pets have social security numbers? No. Then the IRS will not accept the return, period. The list of social security numbers must match their database. Well, that's a bummer. I was really hoping to boost my personal exemptions. As of 2018, personal exemptions aren't a thing anymore. There is talk of bringing them back, but when the standard deduction got a major boost, the federal government got rid of personal exemptions. Then why list them at all? Because you can still get child tax credits, earned income credits, etc. Oh, okay. So it is still good to have lots of dependents, if possible. From a tax standpoint, yes. So if pets don't count, who does? A dependent can be either a qualifying child or a qualifying relative. Okay. A qualifying child is someone who, 1, is related to the taxpayer, 2, has a social security number, 3, is not claimed by someone else, and 4, meets 4 tests. And those tests are what? There is an age test, a relationship test, a residency test, and a joint return test. The tests are detailed, so I would just look them up on the IRS website. Okay, so what about the qualifying relative one? Several of the requirements I just mentioned are relaxed somewhat in the case of a qualifying relative. But if the relative makes more than $4,700, you cannot claim them as a dependent. That's usually the sticking point. Can we run through some examples? Sure. Okay, let's say my son lives with me all year, is 17, but makes like $100,000. Can I claim him? As a qualifying child, yes. What if he was 20 years old? If he's a full-time student, yes. If he's not a full-time student, then no. That's part of the age test. Okay. What if a complete stranger stays with me all year and has no income? To be a qualifying relative, said individual would have to be a relative. So no, you would not be able to claim a stranger. What if he was my grandparent? That would work. What about a foster child? Yes, foster children can be qualifying relatives. Interesting. Yeah, the rules get pretty involved, but there are flowcharts that make the determination pretty easy. Or you can just ask me. More than likely, that is the route I will take. No problem at all. Great. So you got places to be? Always. You? Of course.